a fit check.
Yep, definitely check that out too if you guys have an NA or NB Miata fit.
So you did a lot of carbon fiber over in your time. Would you do that flax fiber? It's cheaper. I think it looks better.
Most likely, yeah. It
Just
really
as-
comes down. I don't know.
Just as strong.
Like
apparently.
I don't have that much carbon on the car. I might actually have more than
You
I
had
think.
carbon fenders, remember?
I did have carbon fenders. There was a point where I actually had the carbon fenders.
I like
that. Was
that.
a lot.
I
I,
like
do
that a
too.
lot.
And to be honest, I actually was looking at a video of that the other day, with the white hexaforms on them.
Okay. How come
Yeah.
you got rid of them?
The fenders.
Yeah.
I cracked it.
Were
And
they
I was just
actual
like-
carbon
they
fiber, or
were-
was it?
It was actual carbon.
Okay. I'm
But
not
yeah,
trying to.
I cracked them and I was like, you know what, I don't want to deal with this anymore. So I sold them, got rid of them.
Damn, we got pickups plus cars saying go Phils, and then CJ Bartley saying go Phils, baby.
Oh, get out of here. How was the drive?
Philly,
CJ now is over down south. He moved
Philly
down
fans are the
south.
worst. Philly fans are the worst.
They really are. They
Oh,
really
they're
are.
the
You wanna?
worst.
Anytime I think of a Philly fan, I always think of that Always Sunny episode where they're going to the World Series and like it's just a madhouse and they lose the
Yeah,
tickets and
that's
now they're
good.
trying to hustle other people out of their
That's good.
tickets.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
Can't stand them. Czech Civic says, hey, from Ontario.
Oh,
What's up,
Ontario. What's going on?
Jen Bunny says, I used to like carbon so much, now I got over it. Only thing that's carbon now is my rear spoiler.
You want to know something? I feel like just people have taken the carbon and just have done too much, and it kills it for me too. Like I have very minor carbon pieces now on the car.
Like what?
I have the rear spoiler extension. I have the rear diffuser. I have this carbon fiber engine bay cover.
That's
fuse box.
pricey stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more expensive than the car.
At this rate, yeah. I could probably sell the carbon for more than what the car is worth.
Damn.
No, I don't think it's that much.
So
but
when
yeah.
you sell the car, you're gonna part out the carbon fiber?
I'm gonna part out a lot of the car before I even let that go. I can't let the car go to somebody like that.
What's the by the way, you said something about a Pajero. You getting a Pajero?
It's in the talks. I didn't want to
man.
say anything because I don't want to jinx it. But yeah, I've been talking to one guy with a Pajero, and I think it's awesome, and I kind of want it.
What's
so.
the condition like?
Oh, it's mint. It's
How many
mint
miles?
condition. I think it only has 94.
94,000 kilometers?
miles. I'm pretty sure.
Man, how does he get a mint? How much is it?
I don't want to talk price.
Okay,
on
because
it.
like, man, how do you get a mint condition Pajero in the United States?
Well, he bought it from Japanese classics or whatever that Japanese car classics or Japanese classics,
okay,
and now
okay.
he's just trying to get rid of it.
Right-hand drive?
Right-hand drive.
Okay.
Cloth interior. It's automatic. It's not manual, but
What kind of engine did that come with?
that was a turbo diesel.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what I'm
Big
talking
turbo
about.
diesel guy.
Nice,
You
yeah.
know, I like
Be
it.
sweet.
We got
Be
any
sweet.
questions in
You
here?
got CJ Bartley saying weather in Atlanta was terrible, been good since.
Well, now
It's been
you.
pretty
Well,
crappy
now
up here.
you're in. Now you got tropical storms to worry about there, pal.
Jason HK says, yo, from Ireland.
Ooh.
Oh, good day, mate. No, that's not.
No, that, dude, that was.
What is it?
That was a good try, though. I'll give you that. That was a good try. That was Max's
quite.
terrible impression of the Ireland.
Give me yours.
impression.
What's Ireland again?
Oh, I'm not good
I'm
at this
Irish.
one.
Do the Conor McGregor.
I'm not. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I can't.
Your
Don't put
wife
me on
was in
spot, 'cause then it's gonna be on
in the
camera now
DMs.
forever.
Oh, we got
that I did that.
Aloha from Hawaii.
Ooh, you
Nice.
want to know? I've been wanting to go to Hawaii so
Me
bad.
too.
I feel like it just needs to happen sooner or later. But Hawaii should be a trip that I need to go on.
We got a Sharma saying, what's up, brother? I drive a Toyota Supra.
Ooh, I like that. What
Nice.
year?
I'm guessing it looks like MK4 in his profile picture there. And he asks, fitments?
What do you got?
We got a bunch for
We got a
Supra,
good
don't we?
amount
Yeah.
of fitments for the Supra. You do like on the more conservative side, probably 8.5, 35 front, 9.5, 35 rear. I've seen people do 9.5s in the front and 10.5s in the rear, but it does get aggressive when you go that route.
What's the widest you could do in the rear?
It
On a
really
Mark
depends
IV
on
Supra.
offset, really. Anything that we're gonna have it's gonna poke. for
10.5.
10.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably wouldn't go
On a street car,
wider
at
than
least.
that.
Night Kid TRD says, when are the hyperspecs coming out and are y'all going to have them in 19.8.5?
We are. Hyperspecs and the Mark 1 XRs are actually scheduled to, some part numbers are scheduled to land the end of July, early August. 19-inch Hyperspecs are not on that list.
Oh, there's some hyper specs right there, by the way.
Yeah, we got the hybrid specs behind, but yeah,
They're on the
unfortunately, they are on the way. Just the 19-inch did not make this shipment.
But we are offering that
Yes,
spec.
we are
Okay.
doing a 19-inch spec, which you can pre-order if you are willing to wait. Just at the moment, that's going to be on the later side of August, probably for your 19-inch.
Jen Bunny says her Beamer F32 is engine bay cover is hydro dipped in carbon.
I wish I did
Hey,
the hydro
you know
dip
what?
side. You want
Do
to know
your
something? I
thing.
feel like I've always wanted to go the hydro dip route, but never actually did it.
You ever
Maybe
see-
it's just because I didn't really know anybody who did it. That's probably why I didn't do it. But I've always thought it was cool doing the hydro dip.
Hydro dip is you're putting it in water with
Pretty
like a-
much, yeah. Like it's like a
Right.
dye, and then like you dip the part into the water, and then like it lays over. To be honest, it's pretty cool.
Hey.
I tend to sit up at 3 a.m. watching people do it on Instagram. That seems to be my.
To each his own.
yeah,
Like, you know,
right.
watching ASMR hydro dipping
Oh,
videos.
God. It could be anything from carpet cleaning to hydro dip videos. Dude, you never know.
I hear you. All right. The Sharma says, I imported my Toyota Supra from the United States to India, to JZ. Nice.
That's pretty cool, but why US too? Why didn't you go like
That's interesting. Yeah, why not
why
Japan?
not get a? It's all right.
Yeah, no,
Either
tell
way,
us more.
that's awesome.
No, but tell us more about that.
I'd love to
'cause-
see the car.
Yeah, how's that work? And what's the India car scene like? I've always wondered about that because
I feel like it's pretty wild over
there's
there.
a lot of
compared
Indians
to-
out there. There's got to be some pretty cool cars.
Yeah.
You know, I would think there's some pretty wild cars out there. Neil BRNZ says, ordered anthracite metallic hyperspecs in 18.9.5 plus 35.
Those could be on the shipment for the end of July.
Nice.
Just shoot us a DM. I'll double check that part number for you, just and give you a more concrete answer on that one.
Nice. Oomphy Saga TV says, nice wheels you've guys got.
We appreciate that, brother. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
they ain't bad, they ain't bad. Let's see, we got what kind of car do you drive?
I have
Very
a Mark 6 GTI that's on air. I have 19x9 Mark 1s on there. I love it. It's
a great
a
car.
big turd. It has almost 200,000 miles on it.
Does it? Oh,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
Yeah.
How many
yeah.
years you had? Yeah, like 10 years?
I'm going on year 14. In
Ooh,
August is
wow.
14 years.
All right, so what's next?
That Pajero, maybe.
Maybe. That'd be
To be
awesome.
honest, I also did find a right-hand drive A8, which I'm very interested to go look at, but the guy is being very weird, so you never know with these.
That's a big difference, though, for you, because the Pajero,
Yeah.
you're not moving fast in the Pajero.
It's a turbo diesel. though.
You'll
It's
go
it's gonna
over
have some
anything
pickups.
fast,
I
but-
kind of wanted the Pajero so that I could start to take it onto the beach a little bit more,
Ooh,
I feel
nice.
like. Or really just kind of do a light overlanding, nothing crazy, but yeah, since that guy's having barely getting back to me, we've been going back and forth, but I just haven't heard much on that. But that A8, I saw right-hand drive A8, and I was just like, all right, that's pretty cool too now. So now my mind's everywhere.
Wait,
But
right-hand driving.
right-hand
How
drive
does that
A8
happen?
imported from the UK.
That's so weird. Oh, that's awesome.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah, that is cool.
It is pretty cool.
Oomphy Saga. I enjoy watching tire repair ASMR for some reasons on my YouTube.
It's just it happens. It's Instagram for me. My algorithm just puts the most random things, and then I look. It's like, oh, it's 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
But
See, Alvin says, planning to get hyperspecs for my track car. How do the machine lip hold up to brake dust? Does ceramic coating stick to machine lips?
the machine lips are clear coated, so they do have that, protection onto there. Usually for your track guys, we probably say a full painted wheel would be a better option. But there's plenty of guys that use the hypergrams with the machine lips on the track, the countergrams with the machine lips, and don't really see an issue or have not had an issue. I think you'll be more than fine, and if you ceramic coat them, you'll be even better.
We've actually done a video specifically on this on our YouTube video. If you look up wheel finishes on our YouTube channel, and it basically will tell you that when you get to corners of these machine lips, that's where you can see a difference between fully painted wheels. So go to our YouTube channel.
Definitely check that out. It's something that you're going to want to see.
Jerry Jr. says, just out here sending love. Hope to get my next Konig set to go along with my decagrams soon. I'm thinking hypergrams or countergrams on my white Civic EG hatch.
Ooh,
Nice.
that would be nice. You want to know something? The hypergrams and that metallic
Nice.
carbon with machine lip would be mwah on there.
What about hexaform white on white? That'd be kind of
White on white is
white
tough.
on white.
White on white is tough for me because unless you're like painting that wheel to exactly what the white is on the car, it's never gonna match.
Right.
So that's my take on it. But you can always do the white of white. There's plenty of people that do it and have no issue with it.
You did the white hexaforms for a while.
Yeah, but my car's not white. But
Oh, that's right,
I did do the white hexaforms, and I did love them. They were just, it's white wheels and keeping them clean. You got to be dedicated.
How often you got to clean them?
Very often. I definitely did not clean them as often as I
Once
should have.
every week?
Probably,
That's a
yeah.
lot. Okay.
Probably at least once a week.
Damn. Oomphy Saga says, I fell in love with the FCRX7, the Dorito-looking, real nice-looking one. Hopefully it doesn't get too expensive, and yes, thank you, will do. I love cars. Nice.
Awesome, brother. Thank you.
Let's see, we got Productive Zen saying, hi, what are you doing?
Hi, I'm on this live with you.
Yeah, if you guys
What
got
are
any
you
questions,
doing?
pop them in
What
the
are you
comments.
guys doing?
CLT Brian, I'm honestly over the carbon look for my car. It's too much maintenance. I'm actually selling my carbon hood and making my own style hood.
That's
Nice.
awesome. To be honest, I actually would prefer to see your own style hood than the carbon. Again, I feel like the carbon just took escalated so high to the point of everybody just doing full carbon, and it's just like, all right, everybody's got the same parts on their car now. The originality kind of killed it a little bit for me. Like, don't be wrong, I love a little bit of carbon, but when everybody's doing the carbon hoods, carbon fenders, and pretty much everything carbon, it's, I don't know, that's just me.
I like that flax fiber. It looks
The
pretty
flex
good.
fiber
It
does look cool
good.
though.
Yeah.
I do like it. Again, let's see. You got to see how long it lasts.
Like I saw this one. Did you see that Porsche 911 with the front end that was the entire thing was flax fiber and it was brown? It was like a brownish color. Looked really.
I feel like I did.
It's pretty cool.
I feel like
yeah.
I did. No, it definitely looks cool. I think it could be the next new thing, moving away from carbon fiber. But I think carbon fiber will always be there. It'll never go away for good. I definitely don't see that going away for good.
Johnny Ace Gaming with the Battle Mini says, gents, hope all is well.
Brother, how's everything?
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Also says, any other colors on the caps for the Mark 1s? I know I'd asked before, I had a polish finish, if there was a polish finish as an option, only because my red caps are peeling. They're peeling.
So it's either going to be the gloss black option or the red anodized option at the moment.
Well, he has the red anodized, and how
yeah.
is it peeling if it's anodized?
It's most, I hate to say it, a lot of times you see either harsh chemicals being used. I hate to, it's either harsh chemicals, a harsh material, probably scrubbing. Again, it's what's nice on you can always strip the red anodized off of there and get those fully polished or even machined. That would be a cool look on there. But yeah, otherwise it's only those two color options that we have at the moment.
Nice. Slow Knife Design says, yo, always nice to see you guys.
Oh, what's going on, brother? Always
Nice.
good to see you too. Thank you for hanging with us today.
Charles says, big RWB guy, I see. That's pretty good.
It's always the combo. But yes, I do like the RWBs. I do feel like they're getting a little bit.
We got a follow-up
Too
from
many?
Charles who says, thoughts on RWB tow hooks?
Dude,
good.
see, there is a whole story behind that. Like, they are real. Like, they are bolted to the car. It's just that one guy who had it siliconed on so that he could have it look like all the other ones out there.
You
get
think it's
it.
only one guy?
It is only one guy because he had his air tank or something set up right there to the point where it's like it can't be mounted.
Okay.
So they had to silicone it on so that it looked the part of an RWB. But I've seen plenty of RWBs. They're real.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of RWB as
They,
well.
listen,
We're
I know a
fans.
couple of people with them. I've touched them. I've pulled them. They are real.
Oomphy Saga with a great question says, what's your favorite sports car? The only one that if you had, you would never sell. I already know the answer. I know the answer. For
What do you think my answer would be?
F40.
It would actually be an F50.
Oh, okay.
F50 is my all-time dream car. An F50 GT is right there next to it. Of course, it's for me.
That you would never sell either.
No, but
Okay.
again, that's a $5 million car. One that I don't think I'll ever obtain in my life.
I don't know about that. Come on. What are you talking about?
Yeah, crypto better start hitting big.
Yeah.
That's
What
the
was
only
it?
way.
Not Dogecoin. What was the-
Pepe.
That's right.
Guys, everybody invest
No,
in
no,
Pepe.
no, 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 no. And the stream gets cut
And the
off.
stream's
Watch.
cut.
No.
No, please don't. I
We
didn't
say
say not
that.
tell you to do
We
that.
didn't say that.
No, never.
All right, CLT Brian says, what's on Konig's radar for the 4th of July weekend?
Barbecues, man. That's really all we do. Barbecues,
Barbecue.
fireworks. Us, Long Islanders, we go by the beach.
America all
America,
around. America,
all
big-
day.
big
We're
time
gonna
America,
have
guys.
our red, white, and blue bandanas and just running around.
Jerry Jr. says, waiting on the hyperspec here in the Philippines will surely get a set. Nice.
Should be good. Listen,
Nice.
we have some dropping the end of back, so just before anybody else throws us in, hyper specs, certain specs are starting to land end of July and early August. If you shoot us a DM for exactly what specs you're looking for, we could let you know if they're going to be on those shipments. But yeah, hyper specs are slowly making their way in. It's finally about time we're seeing them.
Finally.
Finally.
Blueberry in the house saying, hey, guys.
Yo, what's going on?
Actually said, hey, gays, but I know you made that, so. But, you know, we'll go.
How
with
you gonna
it.
throw that?
We'll
You
go
should have
with
just
it.
rolled
We
with it.
Appreciate you, Blueberry. Johnny Ace Gaming, speaking of cleaning wheels, any recommendations on wheel cleaners, especially for the Mark 1s with caps?
Personally, for me, I am not big on wheel cleaners. I'm a big car soap and water kind of guy, and just a little bit of elbow grease. You can use an ironized or whatever they call those. You can use those because they're safe on paint. You just don't want to use something that's going to have harsh chemicals. You also don't want to apply it to a very hot wheel, like especially if you just finished driving. You want to let that cool off. But for me, car soap and water has always been the trick and has always worked for me. I know with the Mark 1s it's a little bit more difficult, but if you get yourself just a good hand sponge.
What about like a brush? Do you like make sure you use a really soft brush, or because you've had
I
a
use
bunch of
I
different
use just
finishes.
like not the foam, the brush thing that
On
you
your
put-
hand.
Yeah, the hand,
Okay.
microfiber piece, and just go in between each spoke. That's probably the safest way to clean them.
Same thing for if you have like chrome or hyperchrome looking wheels.
I say for any of our wheels, the best and safest way to do it is just car soap and water. That's the best way. A little bit of elbow grease. If you do got a lot of stuff caked on, you can use like an a deionizer, whatever they call that. What do they call that?
Deionizer or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I think you can.
You can use that because it's safe on car paint, so it'll be safe on the wheels.
Let's see. Drew TRX says, I just bought some ultragrams from y'all.
Love it.
Nice, good choice.
What
What
specs
finish?
and finish?
Yeah, what finish you go with? Ultragrams are nice, man.
Yeah, big fan of those.
We got a Oomphy Saga saying, my dream car that I would never sell is a R33 GTR. Great choice.
That is a great choice and
Yeah.
probably a more obtainable choice than my F50.
Definitely.
If I had to put a more realistic, I'd probably be a 993 turbo. That would probably be
I'm
the
blanking on what that looks like. 993.
993 is the best body chassis.
Okay. Nice. We got Cody Cox saying iron remover ain't doing a thing for brake dust. How caked on is
I
that
beg to
brake
differ,
dust?
but it's all right. Again, car soap and water is my biggest go-to when it comes down to cleaning
I
wheels.
mean, maybe if the brake dust has been on there and hasn't cleaned frequently, then you might have a point for sure. But if you're cleaning your wheels frequently, then you definitely don't need iron remover,
Yeah.
fallout remover.
Ceramic kits, though, that always comes into play too as well. That definitely will help out a lot.
Cody also asks, what's the widest hypergram you guys offer?
I think we offer it by a 12 width. It really depends on the bolt pattern you're looking for.
Raphael says, damn, pulling his hook.
Raphael, go back to work.
That's good. Yeah, this is our wheel designer, anyone. If you guys want to spam Raphael's
Spam.
Instagram account. CLT Brian says, whoa, pause. Nate Bartley in the house saying, currently working on making arrow covers for my hypergrams.
I want to see it.
If you
To
figure
be
it out.
honest, I've been waiting for somebody to make them work for another wheel. Again, I know there's a company out there that will do custom arrow covers, but they cost probably more than what the wheel is worth type of thing. But yeah, I would love to see it. Shoot over pictures once you got some things lined up.
All right, we'll do last call for questions.
Last
Anyone
call.
got any more questions for Doubt? Oomphy Saga says, I bet your car drinks oil. It does.
No, it actually doesn't.
Oh, maybe he's referring to the F50. That's what he's referring to, I
The
think.
F50, yeah, most likely would drink oil, especially how I drive it. But regardless, yeah, the GTI is actually not that bad. I always do my FCP warranty returns.
And just for note's sake, how many radiators have you cracked on that thing?
At least 4.
Okay, boom.
At least 4.
Blueberry.
But that's my own stupidity.
You're low. So,
That's
yeah,
why. It's my own
look-
stupidity.
Looks good. Blueberry says, you don't got F50 money, but you got F150 money.
I'll keep my GTI.
That's good. CJ Barley says, esoteric wheel cleaner is mint.
There you go.
Okay. CLT Bryant says, turtle wax wheel cleaner is also goated, and it's a red liquid, and it works well on my white white ultragrams. Makes my wheels look brand new after all the crazy race pad brake dust.
Beautiful. Just want to make sure there's no chemicals, no acidic, cleaners. That's the only thing we recommend.
Josue FL5. What's up, guys?
What's up, bro?
Josue is the dude who's got the FL5 on the forged F4S. Or
F3S?
F3S, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really
I want to
nice.
see photos
Looks
of that.
he sent them in a few times. It looks really,
I'm going to take a
really
look
good,
at it
yeah.
once we get off of this.
That's great. Blueberry says FCP Euro is solid.
I love
Oh, yeah.
FCP Euro when it comes down to that.
Is that where you get most of your...
When
Yeah,
it's a
parts?
part that I need a lifetime warranty on, hell yeah. But also, you know, my guys at Euro Tuning always hook it up. They always get to take care of me. They got, you know, a lot of great stuff over there too. But yeah, no, I've returned the oil to FCP.
We got final question of the day for Doubt, and that is, what are your personal thoughts on single turbo versus twin turbo?
I don't really have any personal thoughts. I like them both. I probably would prefer a single turbo versus a twin turbo.
How come?
I'd rather have just one big massive turbo. I don't know. I really don't have like a preference or...
What do you do? What about difference in like turbo lag? I would think twin turbos are, you get more turbo lag.
You'll have
Maybe
more
not, I don't
turbo, a
know.
little bit more turbo lag on a twin
Turbo
turbo.
is turbo, though. So.
Yeah.
As long as it's turbo.
I have no preference on a single or a double.
Blueberry says Euro cars are cool.
They are until they break.
Josue says I buy my Motul 300V oil from them. Best hack ever from
Best
FCP Euro.
hack ever.
And then last question is, would you straight pipe your car?
No. Not my car.
All right,
Not
we're
my
good.
car. But guys, please, everyone, have a safe and happy 4th of July. Please be responsible. No drinking and driving, of course. Guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Make sure you tune in for Friday for the BMW, for the Flex Fiber versus Carbon Fiber talk.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Dang. Happy 4th of July.
Peace. Happy 4th.